I'm Matt from the Pickleball Clinic, and today I'm here with Alex and Christina. They're down here all the way from Canada. They run the HiSports Pickleball facility that is the pickleball capital of Ontario. Everyone knows that a lot of the top pickleball players, those top pros, have a high-level tennis background. And it's no secret that to be good at pickleball, it helps to have a tennis background. There's so many similarities between the two sports on a strategical level, a technical level, and a fundamental level. And something that's really interesting here is we have Christina. She's one of the best female players in Canada. She has no tennis background. And Alex is her coach, and he has a very extensive tennis background. And I want you guys to hear them talk just a little bit about the importance of learning those tennis fundamentals. So, Alex, what are some of the things that are most important for a non-tennis player to learn when they're picking up pickleball?
Well, obviously, we know that tennis players can jump into a pickleball world pretty quick. There's a hand-eye coordination. But Christina had hand-eye coordination from hockey. She was a high-level hockey player. But while we're doing our drills, we implement a lot of stuff that tennis players are doing. And she would become almost a pickleball/tennis player by doing the drills without even knowing that she's getting there. It helps us a lot with her technique because once we got a technique right, the movement on the court, which is the foot movement, adjusting to her shot, her game was changing rapidly. So she is where she is right now. She's a sponsored player with Viola and best HiSports player. And she's going to be a CPA pro. She is a CPA pro already. So I think we're doing well.
And Christina, do you feel like you're understanding these things from the tennis game sort of like intuitively, or is it more something you have to think about?
Yeah, honestly, when you asked me initially, oh, like you played tennis before, like I said, no, I didn't even think I looked like a tennis player out there. So I guess it's just happening naturally. I think what I noticed from doing all these drills, I'm working on my footwork. That's really big, and shot preparation. So making sure to have my paddle back and ready to go before the ball comes, because if you don't, you're going to be stuck handcuffed and you won't get much power. But yeah, for me from hockey, I have speed, I have agility, just the technique I was lacking. Like I had really big swings before. I'm really trying to focus on making them compact and using my whole body into the swing.
Yeah, I think the footwork is a really interesting thing that you guys mentioned because we coach tons of pickleball players. I coach 3-0s, 3-5s, 4-0s. And one thing that we always notice from the pickleball players that don't have a tennis background is the footwork is usually lacking. So we see a lot of things like they'll be on their heels, they'll be leaning to get to the ball like this instead of moving out. So it's really interesting that you guys talked about the importance of footwork. If you were going to coach somebody that has zero tennis background, they're just getting into pickleball, what two things for the footwork do you think are the most important to start with?
I would probably say the shot preparation. So with what we use for people that never the technique that we use for people that never play pickleball, we actually put them in position that they're supposed to be before they hit the ball. That's how we create the muscle memory for the people that never play tennis to introduce themselves to pickleball with a proper technique. Because once we put them in a position that they are supposed to be before they hit the shot, that's already 50% of the shot. That's really important for us. Once they have this little muscle memory worked out, they can mimic that and they can actually get a right technique on the goal.
Yeah, no, preparation is everything. That's key. Especially one thing we see too is the hand speed, right? If you have that good ready position out in front, people will see all these pros, these high-level players and tennis players able to have those fast hands, but it's not even all about the reaction time. It's even more about, we say 50% plus of having good hands. It's just about having that preparation. So it even goes farther than the footwork and the technique too.
That is correct. Yeah.
Super interesting. Yeah.
Even for the overhead shots, we notice with a lot of players that don't have any ball experience before, or pickleball or tennis or racket sports experience, they're usually late for the shot. So the preparation is lacking. They're not ready. So again, even for the overheads, even if it's a beginner, that's the most fun shot in pickleball is the overhead, because you win a point, big smile comes up, but you do have to be ready for the shot before you hit that ball.
Another thing, the last thing I want to talk about too, is something that I really don't hear many people talking about, but it's super important in tennis, is tempo. So your timing, your rhythm, being able to hit the ball at a consistent spot off the bounce. How do you see tempo, timing, and rhythm coming into the pickleball game?
Well, it's coming more and more because what we do a lot of repetitions. Repetitions are really important to establish the shot, but then the game-making decision shots are something that's going to stick into your brain for a long time. As we talked before, the shot preparation is going to have to be real timing. Timing is essential for every shot in the game. Whether you're doing baseline shots or you're the kitchen line, the shot preparation and timing is most important. Really.
Yeah, definitely agree. One of the best drills for tempo, in my opinion, is when we're driving baseline and we're just hitting balls and it's really fast. You have to prepare. I notice like if I'm hitting it too early or if I'm hitting it too late. So all the repetition helps me figure out where I need to hit it, where's my sweet spot, and in the game it follows through.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would probably say for the novice players, important part is sometimes the ball is coming at a very high pace. They still try to hit or swing too hard. Sometimes you don't have that luxury of time. So with a shorter swing, you can still play with the pace because we know if the pace comes to you, you can play the pace back much easier than when the ball comes without a pace. We know that from tennis, which is really important. You know, pace loves pace.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it's all super helpful stuff. So, if you want to learn pickleball, it's so important to learn the right way. Make sure that you guys are learning from a coach that has a high level background, whether that be in tennis and pickleball, whether that be in just pickleball, but making sure that you're playing with somebody and learning from people that really know what they're talking about and have these high level fundamentals ingrained in their game.